In 6 months, you can either be in the exact same place you are now, or you can be unrecognizable. No more paychecks that disappear by Monday. No more debt. No more excuses. I'm about to show you how to go ghost mode on your finances and rebuild your life from scratch. This isn't a hack, it's a total system reboot. Are you in? Alright, let's get real for a second, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it, step by step, with no fluff, no BS, just straight talk. This is about radical focus. This is about treating your financial life like a boot camp. You're going into isolation not to hide, but to build. To reprogram every single habit, every single thought, every single dollar that comes in and out of your life. First, let's set the stage. Isolation doesn't mean you lock yourself in a cabin with no internet, unless that's your thing. It means you consciously, deliberately, and aggressively cut out every distraction, every unnecessary expense, every time-sucking activity that does not serve this one singular mission, financial freedom. For 6 months, your life is about numbers, habits, and growth. Social life? Minimized. Random scrolling? Eliminated. Impulse buys? Dead. You're going monk mode on your finances. Phase 1, the mindset lockdown. Before you touch a single dollar, you gotta get your head right. This is the most important part. You're not depriving yourself, you're investing in yourself. You're trading temporary comfort for permanent freedom. Every time you want to buy a latte or click buy now, you're not saying no to fun, you're saying hell yes to a future where money works for you. Grab a journal. Every morning, you write down your why. Why are you doing this? Is it to get out of your parents' basement? To buy a house? To quit a job you hate? To prove to yourself you can? Get emotional about it. Fuel your focus with that fire. Then, you declare bankruptcy on your old mindset. You tell yourself, for the next 6 months, I am a financial machine. I am learning, earning, and burning debt. You visualize the end goal. Picture yourself 6 months from now with $10,000 saved, or debt-free, or with a side income flowing. Make it vivid. Phase 2, the Brutal Financial Audit. This is where you get naked with your money. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. You need to know exactly where every penny is, has been, and will be. Stop guessing and start measuring. Gather every statement, bank accounts, credit cards, loans, investment accounts, subscriptions, utility bills, everything. Open a spreadsheet or get a big notepad. Create 4 columns, income, expenses, debts, assets. Income, list all sources. Your job, any side gigs, anything. What's your net take-home pay? Exactly. Not your salary before taxes, what actually hits your bank account. Expenses, track every single outflow from the last 3 months. I mean everything. That $3.50 for a soda, the $12.99 Netflix, the $400 car payment. Categorize them: housing, transportation, food, utilities, insurance, personal care, entertainment, subscriptions, and miscellaneous. Debts, list every debt. Credit card balances, student loans, car loans, personal loans. Write down the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. This is your enemy list. This is what's keeping you a slave to the system. Assets, what do you own? Cash, savings, retirement accounts, car value, anything you could sell. This is your starting ammunition. This audit will shock you. You'll see where your money is really going, probably towards a bunch of stuff you don't even value. This isn't just a list, this is your blueprint. This is the map of the battlefield. Phase 3, the Scorched-Earth Budget. Based on your audit, you build a wartime budget. Your goal is to slash expenses to the bone and funnel every possible dollar towards your financial goals. We are going scorched earth on your lifestyle. Housing, this is your biggest lever. Can you get a roommate? Can you move to a cheaper place? If not, can you negotiate your rent or refinance your mortgage? If you're serious about this 6-month sprint, everything is on the table. Transportation, can you bike, walk, or use public transit? If you have a car payment, ask yourself if you can sell it and get a cheap beater for cash. Car payments are wealth killers. Period. And for your insurance? Shop around immediately, don't be loyal to a company that's overcharging you. Food, you're learning to cook. No restaurants, no takeout, no delivery apps. 0. You plan your meals, you buy in bulk, rice, beans, pasta, frozen veggies, cheap protein like chicken thighs, and you prep everything. Your grocery budget is now a science. Aim for $200 to $300 a month max if you're single. Water is your drink. Coffee? You make it at home. Subscriptions, you cancel 95% of them. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, that gym membership you don't use, those monthly boxes. You keep maybe one for your sanity, but that's it. Use the library for free books and movies. The internet is full of free knowledge. You don't need a premium subscription to grow. Utilities, turn off lights. Unplug devices. Lower your thermostat in winter, raise it in summer. Take shorter showers. Be militant. Every dollar saved on a bill is a dollar earned for your freedom. Shopping, a complete freeze. No new clothes, no gadgets, no decor. If it's not absolutely essential for survival or earning income, you don't buy it. You now live on a zero-based budget. Every dollar of your income has a job before you even get paid. The priority order is simple: essential expenses, rent, utilities, basic food, minimum debt payments, and then every extra dollar goes directly to your financial target. Phase 4, the income surge. Cutting expenses has a limit. You can only save so much on $3 coffee. But increasing your income? That has no ceiling. This is where your isolation becomes your superpower. All the time you used to spend going out, watching TV, or mindless scrolling, you now redirect towards one thing: making money. Your main job: stop being a ghost at work. Can you ask for a raise? Can you take on overtime? Can you volunteer for projects that lead to a promotion? Show up early, leave late, and make yourself indispensable. Be the person they can't afford to lose. The side hustle revolution, this is your new part-time job. You have 10 to 15 extra hours a week now. What are you doing with them? Online, freelance writing, graphic design, coding, virtual assistants, or social media management. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and LinkedIn are your digital storefronts. Offline, dog walking, pet sitting, lawn mowing, house cleaning, or using TaskRabbit. If your car is cheap and reliable, drive for Uber or Lyft, but only if the math makes sense. The great sell-off: go back to that assets list from your audit. Turn your clutter into cold, hard cash. Sell those old clothes on Poshmark, electronics on eBay, and furniture on Facebook Marketplace. If you haven't touched it in a year, it's a paycheck waiting to happen. Monetize your brain, tutor a subject you know. Teach music lessons online. Offer resume reviews. Everyone has a skill someone else is willing to pay for. You channel every cent of this extra income directly into your financial goals. You do not let lifestyle creep touch a single dollar. You live like you're still broke, while your bank account tells a different story. Phase 5, the debt annihilation, the core mission. If you have high-interest debt, especially credit cards, this is your primary target. This is the parasite eating your future. After your bare-bones expenses, every extra cent from your budget cuts and side hustles goes here. You have two ways to attack. The debt snowball: for the mindset, list your debts from smallest balance to largest. Pay minimums on everything, but throw every extra dollar at the smallest one. When it's gone, celebrate that win. Then roll that entire payment into the next one. The psychological momentum is incredible. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. The debt avalanche: for the math, list debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Attack the most expensive debt first. This saves you the most money in the long run. The method doesn't matter as much as the intensity. You are at war. Call the banks and negotiate lower interest rates. Consider a balance transfer to a 0% APR card, but only if you have the discipline to not charge it up again. Be relentless. Phase 6, the savings fortress. While you are attacking debt, you need a shield. You must have a buffer so life doesn't knock you back down. Step 1, the mini emergency fund. Start with $500 to $1,000. This is for true emergencies only: a flat tire, a medical copay, a broken laptop for work. This keeps you from reaching for the credit card when things go wrong. Step 2, the full emergency fund. Once the high-interest debt is dead, you build a fortress. This is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. This money sits in a high-yield savings account, HYSA, where it earns interest while you sleep. This is your peace of mind fund. It is untouchable for anything but a real life-altering emergency. Phase 7, the investment seed. Once your debt is crushed and your emergency fund is a fortress, you stop just playing defense. You start planting seeds for the future. You're not just saving, you're making your money work. You're moving from a consumer to an owner. Retirement: if your job offers a 401k match, you contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's a 100% return on your money instantly. It's free money, don't leave it on the table. The Roth IRA, open a Roth IRA and start contributing. You're buying index funds, simple, low-cost funds that track the whole market, like VTI or VOO. Set up automatic contributions so the money leaves your account before you can even think about spending it. Remember, time in the market beats timing the market. Financial literacy, spend 1 hour a week becoming a student of money. Read books like The Simple Path to Wealth or listen to finance podcasts while you're commuting or cleaning. Build your financial IQ so you never end up in this hole again. Phase 8, the daily grind, your isolation routine. This is what a winning day looks like during your 6-month sprint. It's not about luck, it's about the schedule. 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m., wake up. No snooze button, that's your first win of the day. Drink water. Journal your why. Review your budget. Remind yourself who you're doing this for. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., exercise. Bodyweight workouts, a run, or YouTube yoga. It's free, it clears your head, and it builds the discipline you need for the rest of the day. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., shower, eat a high-protein, low-cost breakfast, oats and eggs, and map out your tasks. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., your main job. Execute with focused intensity. Be the hardest worker in the room. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., cheap meal prep for tomorrow. No more $15 lunches at work. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., the income block. This is where the magic happens. This is your side hustle time. 3 hours of uninterrupted work on your money-making skill. No phone, no Netflix, just focus. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., wind down. Read a library book. Plan for tomorrow. No screens, protect your sleep. 10 p.m., sleep. Recovery is your fuel. Weekends, use 1 5-hour block for deep side hustle work, 1 for meal prepping the entire week, and 1 for a financial review. If you have free time, go for a hike or draw, hobbies that cost $0 but keep you sane. Phase 9, the monthly review. At the end of every month, hold a financial state of the union. Open that spreadsheet. Track your net worth, assets minus debts. Watch that number climb. Celebrate every win, even if it's just $50. This ritual turns the grind into a game you're winning. Phase 10, the re-entry plan, month 6 and beyond. The 182 days are up. Now what? You don't go back to your old life because you're not that person anymore. You've been reprogrammed. You can gradually reintroduce comforts, but you do it intentionally. Maybe you add back 1 streaming service. Maybe you budget for a nice dinner twice a month. But the core habits, cooking at home, tracking every dollar, investing automatically, are now your DNA. You've broken the cycle. You have an emergency fund. You have 0 toxic debt. You have an extra income stream. You have confidence that no one can take away. Conclusion, look, this isn't easy. It's a grind. There will be days you want to quit. But when that happens, look at your journal, remember your why, and realize you are literally buying your future freedom with every choice you make. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're building one, dollar by dollar, hour by hour. 182 days. Let's get to work.